Wonder what it takes to become one of the world's richest men? In this video, we will go over the stories of 10 of the world's richest real estate billionaires, and we will see how even you can grow from humble beginnings, tragedy, stress, or even from entirely different worlds, and into the highly profitable world of real estate. The common thread between all of them is resilience, courage, and incredible business acumen, the greatest equalizer between every person on this planet, a skill that those who have it can rise to the point of becoming some of the richest people in the world. From humble, small-scale developer to being one of India's largest multi-billionaires and politicians. He started off building middle-class homes in Mumbai's far-flung suburbs. It was good work, but a hunger within him grew with time. After his sons joined the business, he felt that it was time to start chasing that hunger, and this resulted in his company experiencing massive growth as he went on an expansion binge, picking up prime real estate in massive quantities. This shot him into being one of the wealthiest men in India and one of the largest real estate developers in the world. This resulted in him being chosen to build the Mumbai Trump Towers. This highlights how far he has come from his humble origins as the owner of an ordinary real estate firm into being one of the largest real estate developers in the world. He is the world's 256th richest man and is valued at around 10.2 billion based on estimates by Forbes. Switching industries can be a hard task for most people. Going from one area of expertise to another where you have fewer connections and much less experience is often very hard for most people. However, some excel at this. Peter Wu is one of those people. His story starts with working at Chase Manhattan Bank in 1972 in New York. It was difficult work, lots of late nights and tight deadlines. However, it was ultimately rewarding work, which he would have been more than happy to continue with for the rest of his life. However, one day he ran into his future wife, Bessie Powell. They dated, they married, and in 1975 they moved to Hong Kong to work on his wife's business, the shipping tycoon YK. It was difficult at first, but he learned the ropes quickly, and it was only a matter of time before he became adept at it and was quite useful to the business. Over time, he eventually joined up with another large company in the area, working under the major Hong Kong property firm Wheelock and Company and Wharf Holdings. His experience and adaptability quickly propelled him to rise in the ranks and become their chairperson, choosing to stay in that position until 2015 when he stepped down, letting his family take over control of the business for him. His net worth is 11.7 billion, and he is the 202nd richest man in the world. Imagine waking up one day amid life-altering grief and responsibility kicking down the door. Try to imagine it, the stress, anger, the pain, the loneliness. This was reality for Kwong Siu Hing. Her husband, Kwok Tak Seng, the founder of Sun Hung Kai, passed away in 1990. After the tragic passing of her husband, she had to take up the responsibility of taking control of the business. All the while she was experiencing horrible grief from losing someone so close to you. The family built around the business was going into a feud over the business, and she was responsible for handling parts of the business and also keeping her family in order. However, after her son was ousted, she took over the leadership of the business. Despite this unfortunate position, Kwon was able to excel in this position, quickly coming to become Asia's richest woman, with an estimated net worth exceeding 12 billion. This ability to succeed and dominate even under so much pressure shows an immense strength of character that only a few possess. From being a normal Indian kid to becoming one of the UK's richest men, David Rubin is one of the few men whose life is truly one of inspirational quality. He was born in Mumbai, India, and moved to live in the UK. This was a difficult switch for him to make, leaving his familiar costumes, friends and relatives to live in another country at such a young age must have been stressful for him, as he slowly adapted to another world and culture that is distinct from the one he just left. However, despite this, after adapting to the UK, he began to adapt to the world of business, becoming a key figure in the company Global Switch, a steel company, which he slowly took more and more control of. After many decades in the company began to dip its toes in the world of real estate in the 2000s. This resulted in him becoming one of the world's richest men. With $12.8 billion to his name, is an incredibly successful man. Joseph Lau is valued at around $13.6 billion. This massive wealth is largely made up of his many real estate holdings in Hong Kong. He obtained all these properties thanks to his becoming one of Hong Kong's largest property developers. However, with such immense wealth, it begs the question, what does he do with it? Lau may not look like it, but he's quite the connoisseur of fine art. With a large, vast and valuable art collection, including the works of the much-beloved Andy Warhol, Paul Gauguin and David Hockney. This immense diversity in his tastes shows a love for the world of aesthetics that only a few hold. This appreciation for the arts is further shown by the fact that his collection reaches a valuation of $1 billion. Kushal Pal Singh is a property developer in India with a very interesting life. Military service, building townships, politics and luxury residences. He has a storied life of hard work, where he went from being a military officer to working in his father-in-law's company, DLF, using his position in the company to make many highly intelligent investing decisions and causing the company to skyrocket into being one of India's largest and most powerful companies. With this much power under his thumb, he can acquire a net total valuation of about $15.7 billion. Humble beginnings to being one of the largest property developers in the world. Manuel Villar is a Filipino billionaire and the founder of Vista Land and Landscapes, one of the largest property developers in the country. With a background in economics and initially worked in a business before focusing on real estate. His understanding of the complex economics behind real estate allowed him to quickly become one of the most successful real estate developers in the world. With a valuation of about $16.7 billion, his skill and success are nothing to scoff at. Valued at around $18.5 billion, Stephen Ross is one of the world's most powerful real estate developers. He is the majority owner of Related Companies, a prominent real estate development firm based in New York. The company is known for developing luxury residential and commercial properties, including the Time Warner Center and the Hudson Yards project. This displays a great ability in diplomacy and an incredible sense of business acumen. Donald Bren is valued at around $18.6 billion. This success is because he is the chairperson of the Irvine Company, a real estate investment company. Under his leadership, the company has developed quite a vast portfolio, and because of this impressive portfolio, Bren has developed one of the largest fortunes in the world. Harry Triguboff is the world's richest real estate developer, and with that success, it's hard to believe that his story is that of someone with humble beginnings, rising to be one of the richest men in the world. Being born to Jewish Russian parents in 1933, the political instability of Russia during the late 1940s led to him and his family leaving the country and moving to Australia. Being an immigrant in an unfamiliar land, where his status as a Russian Jew meant that there was some amount of discrimination towards him. Despite that, he was able to found Meriton, Australia's largest residential property development, known for constructing high-rises and other buildings. He was able to rise past discrimination and alienation and became a billionaire, valued at around $18.9 billion. The top 10 richest real estate billionaires in the world have each carved out their extraordinary paths to success, demonstrating an unwavering drive to overcome challenges and seize opportunities in the ever-evolving world of property development. From humble beginnings to multi-billion-dollar empires, these individuals have transformed landscapes, not just physically, but economically as well. Their stories are filled with resilience, vision, and a keen sense of business strategy. Whether it's Manuel Villar's rise from modest origins in the Philippines, Peter Wu's successful transition from banking to real estate, or Harry Triguboff's triumph over adversity as an immigrant in Australia, these billionaires have proven that with the right mindset and tenacity, even the most challenging circumstances can be turned into immense wealth. As they continue to shape cities, influence economies, and redefine the world of real estate, their legacies stand as a testament to the immense power of determination and innovation.